Over the course of your relationship, there are going to be periods where the trust between you and your partner is a bit shaky, it's a bit iffy, it's not as strong as it could be or as strong as it once was. Every single relationship will face this at some point or the other. Now, typically, when we think about breakdowns of trust, we think about infidelity. And infidelity is a big killer of trust. But that's not the only thing that can kill trust, right? Trust can be broken when one person doesn't follow through on their word. They don't follow through on their promises. They don't do the things that they say they're going to do. If this happens enough times, it can lead to a breakdown of trust, right? Now, another thing could be you're going through a tough time. Maybe you're about to lose your job, or you've lost your job, or you're about to lose your house, or you've received some bad news, or somebody close to you is going through a tough time, and you try and lean on your partner. You try and reach out to them for some sort of support, but they don't really care. They're not really empathetic. Now, if you experience something like that, naturally, you're going to question, is this somebody I can go through life with? Because if they're not here for me in this situation, will they be here for me in the future? And that would be a completely valid question to ask. Now, another thing that can kill trust is when one person is open and vulnerable with their partner, but then the partner goes and tells somebody else this sensitive information that they shared with them, they go and tell somebody else. Of course, that's going to kill trust. Or maybe I tell you something about my past, and then you use that thing against me when we're having a disagreement or during conflict. That can kill trust. So these are just some of the different ways that trust can break down in a relationship. So I want to share with you a few tips for how a couple can rebuild trust after it's been broken. Now, if you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate if you take a moment to like and subscribe below. So let's get into it. If you're the person who has broken trust, the first step in rebuilding trust is to validate and acknowledge the hurt feelings of the other person. I understand that this is it's not a comfortable situation for you, right? You know that you've inflicted pain on your partner, and you can see that they are clearly distraught. They are clearly hurt. Don't diminish their feelings or try and dismiss them simply because you're uncomfortable. No, you need to listen to understand how and why they are hurting. You need to understand what's going on in their world, right? Because if they don't have that room to express themselves, and if they don't feel like you're able to hold space for their pain, then it's going to be hard for them to recover, for them to process their emotions. And you absolutely need to understand where they are coming from. Because the second step is, okay, you understand their pain points. You understand how you've hurt them. Now you need to take responsibility for your actions. Take ownership. Admit, I was wrong. This thing I did was not right. But then you have to now display a genuine remorse, and it has to be genuine. I mean, we've all been in situations where a person apologizes to us for like posterity's sake, but you know deep down this person is not remorseful. No, this has to be a genuine remorse. This is why it's important to understand their pain points so you can access or activate that genuine remorse in yourself. And then you let them know that, look, I know that I hurt you. I understand how my actions have affected you. And I'm sorry about this. I am committed to doing better moving forward. This is absolutely critical. Now, for the person who is hurt, when your partner gives you that room to express yourself, and you can see that they have genuinely tried to understand where you're coming from, they've owned up to their actions, you need to be willing to forgive. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to forgive them immediately or overnight, but you at least have to have that willingness, because otherwise you're never going to get over this. Now, if you want to get through this, if you want to rebuild trust, you have to be willing. There needs to be a pathway to forgiveness. It's absolutely important. Now, you also need to share your conditions for repair. So, what do you need to see from them in order to move forward? What are your conditions for satisfaction? You need to lay all the cards on the table so your partner knows exactly what they need to do in order to make changes, in order to return to a space of harmony. They need to know what you need. Okay, this is not the time to be cagey. Be honest, be transparent. Now, finally, for the person who broke trust, your partner has given you their conditions for repair. They've given you their conditions for satisfaction. Now, you need to make the necessary adjustments. Right? All of this will be pointless if you end up just repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So you need to hear what they're saying and make the necessary adjustments. Now, if you follow all these steps, you will be able to rebuild trust. So moving forward, okay, you rebuild trust. But how can you kind of build on the trust that you have? Well, I suggest you check out the video on screen. I'm going to delve deeper into how you can fortify the trust in your relationship. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and you would like me to help you improve your relationship, then you want to check out my Dream Relationship Toolkit. So it's a collection of 4 courses available on my website for $84, but you can access the toolkit for free by clicking the link below. See you next time.